No one needs to tell you that waste from packaging is a problem. It's hard to avoid the many stray bottles and chips packets that whip across your path on a windy day, but it seems that the general mentality is out of sight and out of mind, or even worse, that's not my problem. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel that aims to bring you everything from minimalism, sustainability, self-care and self-development. We're still no closer to sorting out what happens to packaging when we don't see it anymore. I've often spoken in my channel about how I do not consider recycling to be a solution. It is a very resource-intensive process. Not all plastics can be recycled, and we're mostly wish cycling, and this solution only perpetuates the plastic pollution problem by producers placing the onus on consumers to recycle and taking the responsibility away from themselves to be producing less plastic in the first place. Bio-based plastics, biodegradable plastics, industrially compostable plastics, and home compostable plastics. It's all so confusing. While these new companies may address the materials issue by moving away from using virgin oil to formulate the plastics and replacing it with lower emission alternatives, we're still no closer to sorting out what happens to packaging once disposed of. Before we get excited about making everything compostable, we should ask ourselves what the knock-on effects of infrastructure demands will be. For example, here are a few sobering facts about composting infrastructure in the UK. Council provision of compost facilities is not standard across the UK. RAP 2019 report showed that only 51% of English households had access to compost facilities, and participation in using these facilities is of course even lower. Home composting is also not powerful enough to handle most compostable plastics. Yes, these materials will break down in the right conditions, but no, they will not break down if you plant them in your garden or put them in your food waste bin and hope for the best. We lack the facilities on our streets. People are most likely to use single-use items when they are out and about, but when last did you see a compost bin on the streets? Plant-based plastics are causing havoc in the current system. This is where it gets even more complex. A polymer made of oil is not the same as a polymer made of plants, and our current recycling infrastructure is only set up to identify and recycle oil-based plastics. Mixing polymers can contaminate the recycling, turning good intentions bad. If you put compostable packaging in the bin, it may never break down, but if it does, similar to food waste, decomposing in the wrong environment, it will emit methane, which is 84 times more potent than carbon dioxide. See where I'm going with this? We've all done the bin dance, spending many a minute dithering over which bin to put our rubbish in. Is it responsible to flood the market with compostables when we can't handle their disposal? What we need to do is place pressure on governments and big corporations to hold them accountable for this menace that is plastic. Write to corporations and sign petitions. Do whatever you can in this regard to make your voice heard. Thanks to many individuals like yourself who voiced their opinions, on March 2nd, 2022, heads of state, ministers of environment and other representatives endorsed a historic resolution at the UN Environmental Assembly in Nairobi to end plastic pollution and to forge an international legally binding agreement by 2024. The resolution addresses the full life cycle of plastics, including its production, design and disposal. Watch this video on this heartwarming and emotional moment, which I'll link in the card above. Every single plastic you avoid using, every bulk purchase you make, and every reusable item in your household is making a difference. So make that difference, and until next time, be the change you want to see.